Ever wondered why the richest 1% seem to grow their wealth effortlessly, while most struggle to make ends meet? The secret isn't luck, it's a strategy you can start using today. Managing money like the 1% isn't about frugality alone, it's about mindset, strategy, and action. While most people focus on just earning and spending, the wealthy approach money as a tool to create more opportunities. They don't just save, they invest smartly, leverage assets, and make money work for them. In this video, inspired by Mark Tilbury's insights, we'll dive into the exact steps, habits, and principles that the top 1% use to manage, grow, and protect their wealth. From budgeting strategically to making intelligent investments and understanding financial psychology, you'll learn how to shift your approach to money fundamentally. Before we begin, take a moment to reflect. If you thought like the 1% starting today, what financial decisions would you change immediately? Comment your thoughts below, because the first step to wealth is a shift in perspective. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand these strategies, but also be ready to implement them in your own life. The first step to managing your money like the 1% is adopting their mindset. For most people, money is something to earn, spend, and save. For the wealthy, money is a tool, a resource to create more money, opportunities, and freedom. Imagine two individuals with identical incomes. One spends impulsively, worries about bills, and invests little. The other carefully allocates funds, strategically invests, and thinks in terms of assets versus liabilities. Over time, this difference compounds into massive wealth gaps. The 1% think long term. They focus on wealth building, not just earning. They ask themselves, will this action increase my net worth or my liabilities? Every dollar is a decision with far-reaching consequences. They also embrace patience and compounding. While most seek instant gratification, the wealthy understand that true wealth grows slowly, strategically, and consistently. A single wise investment today can multiply tenfold over decades. Finally, they recognize the power of financial knowledge. Money management isn't instinct, it's skill. Learning about assets, investments, taxes, and risk becomes a lifelong pursuit. The 1% approach budgeting differently. It's not about restricting yourself, it's about prioritizing value and growth. They categorize spending into essentials, investments, and opportunities. Every dollar has a purpose. Most people track expenses passively, reacting to bills and purchases. The wealthy proactively plan. They set aside money for investments before anything else, treating it as a non-negotiable expense. This ensures that wealth grows before lifestyle catches up. They also monitor their cash flow meticulously. Knowing where every dollar goes allows them to spot opportunities and inefficiencies. It's not obsessive, it's strategic. An essential tip from Mark Tilbury: treat budgeting as a growth tool, not a punishment. Instead of asking, how can I survive this month? Ask, how can I allocate my money to multiply it next month? The wealthy understand the magic of starting early. Time is the ultimate asset. Even modest investments grow dramatically over decades thanks to compound interest. They diversify intelligently: stocks, real estate, businesses, and even alternative assets. But diversification is not random. It's calculated. They also manage risk meticulously, knowing when to take calculated risks and when to stay conservative. Most people wait until they have enough to invest. The 1% invest regardless of current income, knowing consistency matters more than timing. Relying on a single paycheck is a recipe for mediocrity. The 1% build multiple income streams, passive and active. Real estate, stocks, online businesses, and intellectual property are common tools. They focus on leveraging money and time. Each income stream reinforces the other, creating a safety net and growth machine. Most people stick to one source, leaving wealth potential on the table. Mark Tilbury emphasizes, think in systems, not salaries. Money should work harder than you do. As income rises, so does spending for most people. The 1% resist lifestyle inflation. They increase investments, not liabilities. Cars, gadgets, and luxury items are secondary to financial growth. Most people unconsciously spend more as they earn more. The wealthy keep their lifestyle in check to maximize wealth creation. Discipline in spending separates millionaires from million-dollar earners who remain broke. The 1% focus relentlessly on building assets and minimizing liabilities. Assets put money in your pocket, liabilities take it out. This simple principle drives every financial decision they make. Most people confuse possessions with wealth. A luxury car may feel like success but drains cash. Investments, businesses, stocks, and property generate continuous income. The wealthy prioritize cash flow positive assets over temporary pleasures. Mark Tilbury stresses, wealth is measured in net worth growth, not bank balances. A $10,000 investment in a business can outperform a $50,000 car in a decade. Wealth isn't just money, it's connections and access. The 1% leverage networks to create opportunities others never see. They attend events, learn from mentors, and build relationships that lead to profitable ventures. Most people underestimate networking. The wealthy see it as an investment in influence. Every conversation, relationship, or connection has potential to multiply wealth indirectly. Rich people don't just earn, they protect their money. Tax efficiency, legal structures, and smart financial planning prevent unnecessary losses. Most people pay full taxes because they lack knowledge. The 1% hire experts and structure income to minimize taxes legally. Wealth preservation is as crucial as wealth creation. The wealthy are lifelong students of finance. Markets, investment tools, and strategies evolve, and they evolve with them. Knowledge compounds like money. Most people stop learning after school or rely on generic advice. The 1% read, analyze, and experiment constantly. Financial literacy is a core asset that grows over time. The 1% rely on discipline, not motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is consistent action. They stick to budgets, investment plans, and wealth-building habits even when excitement fades. Most fail because they wait for inspiration to make decisions. The wealthy succeed because they follow systems with consistency. The wealthy set specific, measurable, and time-bound goals. They know exactly what they want their money to achieve and when. Most people have vague aspiration like "I want to be rich," but the 1% create detailed roadmaps, investment targets, passive income milestones, and net worth goals. Mark Tilbury emphasizes, writing down financial goals increases accountability and transforms abstract ideas into actionable steps. It's not wishful thinking, it's structured execution. Not all investments are equal. The 1% focus on high return, low risk opportunities. They understand market trends, business potential, and leverage, seeking opportunities where money grows faster than inflation. Most people chase quick wins or trendy assets without analysis. The wealthy research, calculate, and choose investments that compound value over time. Debt can either build wealth or destroy it. The wealthy leverage good debt for investments, but avoid high-interest consumer debt. Credit cards and loans for lifestyle are traps many fall into. Mark Tilbury teaches, use debt as a tool to increase assets, not liabilities. This mindset differentiates millionaires from those perpetually struggling. The 1% don't rely on a single paycheck. They diversify income streams, businesses, investments, royalties, and passive sources. This spreads risk and accelerates wealth accumulation. Most people work for a single salary, leaving wealth growth vulnerable. Multiple income streams allow financial freedom faster and reduce dependence on a single source. Automation is a key tool for the wealthy. Investments, savings, and bills are automated, removing human error and procrastination. This ensures consistent progress toward financial goals. Many fail because they rely solely on willpower. The 1% build systems where money moves automatically into growth channels. Before they even think about it, the 1% see money as energy and opportunity, not stress or scarcity. Fear, procrastination, and comparison trap most people. The wealthy focus on possibilities and solutions, transforming challenges into growth. Mark Tilbury highlights, your financial mindset determines how effectively you use your resources. Belief systems create action patterns that lead to success or failure. Wealthy people view failure as a lesson. Bad investments, business setbacks, or market drops are opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow. Most avoid risk to prevent failure. But the 1% embrace calculated risk and extract insights from mistakes. Resilience is as valuable as capital. Connections amplify opportunities. The wealthy build strategic relationships that open doors to partnerships, mentorships, and investments. Most underestimate networking. The 1% treat it as an asset class, investing time and energy into relationships that yield high returns. Knowledge compounds like money. The wealthy read, research, and stay updated on global markets, business trends, and financial strategies. Most people rely on outdated or superficial advice. Staying informed allows strategic action before opportunities become obvious. Finally, the 1% always plan decades ahead. They think in terms of generational wealth, not instant gratification. Every decision, investment, and expense is filtered through a long-term lens. Most people live paycheck to paycheck. The wealthy live with a vision that stretches beyond themselves, creating legacies. The wealthy don't spend mindlessly, they evaluate every purchase. They focus on value, ROI, and long-term benefit. Luxury is earned, not impulsive. Everyday choices, from groceries to gadgets, are optimized for growth. Could analyzing your spending today reveal money leaks you've ignored for years? One secret of the 1% is using other people's money wisely. Loans, investments, and partnerships are tools to amplify returns. They borrow strategically to invest in assets that generate far more than the cost of borrowing. Are you using leverage to create growth, or just relying on your own limited funds? The wealthy always keep liquid reserves, not just as safety nets, but as opportunity capital. Cash ready to act allows them to seize deals others miss. What could you achieve if you had cash ready to invest at the perfect moment? The 1% spend on experiences that enrich knowledge, relationships, and personal growth, not just material possessions. Travel, education, and mentorship deliver returns far beyond any object. Could shifting focus from possessions to experiences expand your wealth in ways money alone cannot? They constantly track performance, investments, and goals. Monthly or quarterly reviews ensure decisions stay aligned with objectives. Adjustments are made promptly, no procrastination. How much more could you grow if you reviewed your finances like a CEO monitors a company? Even as income rises, the wealthy resist upgrading lifestyles proportionally. This restraint allows exponential growth in assets and investments. Are you increasing your net worth or just inflating your lifestyle? The 1% focus on money that works for them while they sleep. Dividends, royalties, rental income, online businesses. Passive income multiplies freedom and wealth. What could happen if you created a source of income that didn't require your constant effort? They invest heavily in skills, knowledge, and health. Education, coaching, and personal growth offer the highest ROI, often overlooked by most people. What skill could you learn today that will multiply your income for decades? Every decision involves risk. The wealthy calculate it, weighing potential gain against possible loss. They embrace calculated risks rather than reckless decisions. Are you avoiding risk that could actually accelerate your financial growth? Finally, the wealthy prioritize mindset. Money is a tool, not a master. Confidence, vision, and persistence drive financial success far more than luck. Are you in control of your money or is your money controlling you? The 1% automate savings and investments. This ensures consistency and removes the temptation to spend what should grow. Automatic transfers into stocks, funds, or retirement accounts make wealth accumulation effortless. What could happen if your money grew without you having to think about it daily? Wealthy people negotiate constantly, not just for big deals, but in everyday life. From salaries to contracts, every negotiation is an opportunity to increase value. Are you leaving money on the table by accepting the first offer? The 1% are selective about advice. They listen to experts, not friends or unverified sources. Protecting your financial decisions from poor guidance is critical. Could ignoring the wrong advice save you thousands or even millions? Income can be misleading. The wealthy focus on net worth, the true measure of wealth. Assets minus liabilities give a clear picture of financial health. Philanthropy and strategic giving are common. The wealthy understand tax benefits, social impact, and network expansion through giving. It's a way to create influence while supporting growth, Impulse buys and retail therapy are avoided. Money decisions are logical and strategic, not emotional. Emotional control separates wealth builders from wealth wasters. The 1% use technology to track, invest, and optimize. Financial apps, automated investments, and market tools maximize efficiency. The 1% understand compounding like a secret weapon. They know that small, consistent actions over time create massive results. Compounding isn't just interest on money, it's knowledge, networks, habits, and investments compounding together. Most people underestimate time's effect on wealth. A $100 investment today may seem insignificant, but with consistent growth and reinvestment, it can multiply exponentially. The wealthy also reinvest earnings rather than cashing out immediately. Mark Tilbury emphasizes that financial discipline fuels compounding. Every dollar saved, every smart investment made, every opportunity seized contributes to exponential growth over years. Patience combined with consistency is the real secret. They also use compounding mentally. Each learning, decision, or connection multiplies future opportunities. It's not only money, it's a mindset. This creates a feedback loop. Knowledge leads to better decisions. Better decisions create more wealth, and more wealth allows more learning. If you start today, even modest actions accumulate significantly. Think about setting aside just a small percentage of income regularly, reinvesting wisely, and letting decades of compounding do the heavy lifting. For the wealthy, discipline isn't temporary, it's habitual. From budgeting to investing, every decision follows a strategic framework. Motivation fluctuates, but systems maintain consistency. Many struggle because they rely on fleeting motivation to manage money. The 1% implement systems, automated savings, recurring investments, and regular financial reviews. These habits ensure wealth accumulation continues even when enthusiasm wanes. Discipline also includes restraint, avoiding impulsive purchases, unnecessary luxuries, and emotional decisions ensures resources are allocated to growth. This creates a cycle. Disciplined actions lead to results, which reinforce disciplined behavior further. Earning is one part. Protecting is equally important. The wealthy utilize insurance, legal structures, and asset protection strategies to prevent losses. Risk management ensures wealth isn't eroded by unforeseen events. Most people fail to protect assets adequately, leaving themselves vulnerable to emergencies, taxes, or legal disputes. The 1% build systems that secure wealth while allowing growth. Are you safeguarding your assets or leaving them exposed to avoidable risks? Philanthropy is not just generosity, it's strategy. Charitable giving can provide tax benefits, enhance reputation, and build networks, while creating positive societal impact. The 1% understand that giving back reinforces their financial ecosystem. Strategic donations can lead to mentorship, partnerships, and access to high-value opportunities. Could thoughtful giving today create opportunities for both impact and wealth? Finally, the 1% embrace possibility thinking. They don't see limits, they see avenues. Challenges become opportunities, failures become lessons, and every resource is a tool for growth. Most people limit themselves with scarcity thinking, fear, or doubt. The wealthy expand boundaries through mindset, vision, and relentless action. Are you limiting your potential or opening doors to limitless opportunity? Managing money like the 1% isn't about luck, it's a lifestyle of discipline, strategy, and vision. From mindset to investments, habits, and networks, wealth is built systematically. Now it's your turn. Which principle will you start applying today to change your financial future? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more strategies to grow, protect, and multiply your wealth, subscribe and join the journey toward financial mastery.